All right, get ready, you guys. Getting up. 3, 2, 1. Let's get started. Shoulder taps. Keep your hips as flat as you can, shifting your weight to the opposite hand and foot to keep your hips as steady as possible. You want to keep your core constantly engaged, so pulling the belly button in to prevent the low back from arching. All right, and we are going to hold that high plank. So steady those wrists beneath your shoulders, open up the fingers very wide, press on the floor, gripping the ground. Push your heels back away from you, extend the legs, pulling that belly in, and keep space between the ears and shoulders. Have a softness to your elbows. Get ready for plank jacks, hopping those feet apart and together. Small hops and keep your hips in place. All right, get ready. We are dropping down to our forearms for a low plank hold. Be sure to keep some space between your hands and press actively through the palms just as much as you are the forearms. And please ignore my goofy dog. All right, now we are stepping it up to a high plank and then back down to a low plank. High to low. Again, keep those hips as flat as you can. Okay, coming up onto our right side, we have a right side plank. This is very intense on your wrists. Feel free to drop down to a forearm, but make sure that you are active in that palm as well. Keep your hips up and maybe take your gaze to the ceiling. Which sides? Left side plank. Back into a high plank. We're going to take the knees across the body, touching to the opposite elbow. You can shift all the way through, but if you don't quite have the flexibility, don't take too much time, just get the reps in. Keep those hips up, belly pulled in. We're going to hop our feet up to our hands and then hop them right back for plank jumps. At this point, my arms are getting very fatigued, so it's a nice little half second to just let up your weight as you jump. Dropping down to those forearms for a low plank, we're going to alternate our leg lifts. So keeping those hips in place as we drive that heel over. You want to engage the glute, keep those hips as low as you can, eyes ahead. top with shoulder taps and keeping those hips as flat as you can. We have a high plank hold, pressing into that floor, gripping the ground, spreading the fingers open, driving the heels back, engaging the quads, plank jacks, hop those feet apart and together. All right, we have a low plank hold on those forearms. From that low plank up to our hands for a high plank, and keeping those hips as stable as we can. Dropping over to a left side plank. Switch sides. Back up to a high plank for alternating knee tucks. Down to our forearms for low plank leg lifts. And last one, you guys, we have a 2-post plank switch. Lifting up the right arm, left leg, and then left arm, right leg. Keeping that core engaged, belly in tight as not to arch the back. Going as slowly and controlled as you need to. Reaching that hand and arm actively forward. And that's it, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.